What is going on? My name is Ario DeJuice from Juicy Tech YouTube channel. Be sure to comment, like, and share. I love reading your comments. Also, be sure to hit the bell notification and subscribe to the channel only if you like the content that I post here. Subscribe for that reason. If it's the opposite, please don't waste your time to subscribe here. I only want people that are very much into the content that I post on this video, on this channel, and that's it. So do that and we're all set. Last but not least, a special thank you to our sponsors and friends over at Course Careers. They have been sponsoring many videos on this channel so far, but special thank you to them. Course Careers is an online training program that has helped many people land a job in tech, myself included. They helped me land multiple jobs in IT, and it's awesome. I still get jobs contacting me via LinkedIn or Indeed all the time for different jobs or contracts. It's amazing. But yeah, for more information about Course Careers, if you're looking to earn between $50,000 per year to maybe 6 figures plus, which is possible, more information about Course Careers down below. I encourage you to do so. Let's talk finally. So, yeah, this video is for the person or people that are looking to get some information on what to expect on your first day at work as an IT help desk person or an IT help desk, IT support technician or specialist, all the same thing. All the same thing. But this video is for that person. I'm trying to get some understanding or some information on what to expect on my first day at work as a IT person. Most likely you're going to be a tier 1, right? Which is entry level. That's what I am, a tier 1. But what to expect is this, basically. Your first day, you're going to be in training, all right? Most likely your supervisor or your manager is going to assign you to someone, and you're going to shadow that person for the next week or two, or forever how long it takes for you to kind of get into the motion and start working on your own. But you're going to be in training most likely, and the training may consist of you working with a virtual ticketing system. Okay, that's what I'm using right now at my current role. This ticketing system is your everything. It means this is where all the all the jobs that you're assigned to work, that's where it's going to be at. That makes any sense, right? I hope that makes sense. Your ticketing system is where you have a list of assignments. Maybe someone has a faulty cable and they need you to come to change it. Maybe someone has forgotten their password to access whatever account, and it's up to you to reset that password and help them get into their account, right? This ticketing system has all this information basically, and it's really up to you to figure out what's a priority and what's not a priority in terms of the different tickets that you have received, right? I really hope this makes sense. So a lot of times you're gonna receive, well, for me, I'll say, my day-to-day right now, it consists of a lot of people losing their password or forgetting it, and I have to reset the password for them to start working to access whatever account they need to access. That's something you're gonna see a lot, right? As a tier 1 IT support technician, if you're working a ticketing system, if that consists of your job duties, you may see that a lot of resetting passwords. And right now, from working, again, I've worked multiple jobs in IT, I've noticed a lot of jobs are kind of getting away from Active Directory. If you don't know what that is, Google it. I won't spend too much time on there, but that's really what I've been seeing a lot. Is a lot of companies or employers are moving away from AD, Active Directory, and they're going into cloud computing. Now, I won't speak too much about that either, but that's what I've noticed. Like my current role right now, we work in the cloud. So what I'm trying to say is, back to the passwords are being reset using Microsoft Azure. That's where I'm at right now, right? At my current role, that's how I reset passwords for employees who need to access their accounts. I'm not using Active Directory, but Microsoft Azure, which is cloud computing, it's awesome, right? Super freaking quick. I love it. But that's something you may see when you start working at your job, right? You may still see AD, but don't be surprised if you see a lot of if you do see Azure as a way for the company to manage the users, which are the employees. This is how they're able to manage who's this in terms of what devices are you using, meaning the laptops, computer systems. They all have like their own names, and yeah, that's how we're managing everything right now at my current employer with Microsoft Azure, and it's really dope. But yeah, that's what you'll see. That's what you may most likely see on your day at work, is resetting passwords, or people forgetting, a password to log into whatever. What you see a lot also is you may, well, it just depends on your job duties. A lot of times, most employers are giving IT department, I hope this makes sense, you're in charge, or they're in charge of onboarding, right? Onboarding is basically where a new employee is hired and they need their computer systems to be set up. So they need specific types of technologies or softwares or apps, whatever, for them to start working. So for example, let's say at my company, we just hired a new developer, right? A new software engineer. Depending on what coding language they're using, and my job is to install that program for them, because only administrators, right, which is most likely the IT department, only the admins have access to download, reinstall, whatever software on all devices. So that's what I do. So I have to make sure I contact that person's manager, that new employee's manager, and ask them what exact software technology do they need to start working. And they'll tell you they need PHP, they need Python, they need Docker, they need whatever, and you just start installing everything. But before you start installing, a lot of times you have to really set up the computer by using the command line, right? And this is where you can start installing other softwares and use Wireshark and PowerShell and all these things to set up the computer, right? That's what we're doing right now. We set up everything on the command line, and once that's done, then we start installing different, softwares or apps or whatnot, such as Azure 365, which is Outlook, all those different softwares or whatnot. So that's something that you may see, is you may be assigned to take care of onboarding. That's a very common thing. Another common thing is, just like what I just mentioned earlier, is the ticketing system. Now again, you're gonna see some situations where people are, putting in tickets about my monitor is acting up, it's not, it's showing black or blue. So your job is to most likely remote access into that person's computer system and maybe run some updates, right? That's what I do. I run updates all the time. A lot of time that fixes a lot of these issues. Maybe someone's USB headset is not working. It could be maybe the firmware has to be updated, or again, maybe an update for the monitor or the actual OS, which is Windows. I may have to run updates on on the Windows OS. I may have to run some updates on the actual monitor itself, or run some updates on the computer itself, or maybe the USB headset has to, again, the firmware has to be updated. It just all depends, but it's really your job to figure out which ticket is a priority and which one can wait. Sometimes the job may take days to maybe even a week to get fixed. It just depends on what they're asking for. Sometimes I may receive an assignment to start onboarding different employees, and maybe I have to ask the manager again, what software does that person need? A lot of time, maybe that manager is out of town, vacation, I have to wait to figure out what to do. So that ticket may be placed on hold, right? That's something you may see, is just trying to figure out what to focus on first and what to focus on second and third. So that's something you may see on your first day. That's a very common thing for IT help desk tier 1. Another thing that you may encounter is, it depends on the job also. They may have you working on different switches, or maybe a router, a Cisco switch or router. It depends, right? I'm not sure exactly what you'll be assigned to, but they may have you, perform these things to fix these components. But it varies on your job duties. Everyone's different. Obviously, every job's different. But what you will see very much so is the ticketing system. That's something you're gonna see right away. Like that's how they manage, again, the users on how to fix their problems and solve these issues, the ticketing system. But hope that makes sense. Hope this video helps a lot. Your first day, again, you're gonna be in training. Obviously, you're gonna be someone's shadow and just pick their brain. I encourage you to take a lot of notes, ask a lot of questions. If you have to video something, do it. Photos, whatever works for you in terms of your note-taking, style. Just ask questions and take lots of notes. Like a lot of notes. It's gonna help you a lot. But yeah, that's it with this video. Much love to you. Hope you got some value from it. Much love to you. Catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.